In this question type, you get to get an audio, and you need to write the sentence after listening to this audio. Okay, so that's your task. So once you click this audio button, a statement please, and for this question it was, nobody has ever mentioned it. That was the audio, and you had to type the sentence. That was the task. Now the difficult thing is you get to play the audio only 3 times. Once the question starts, it will immediately start playing the audio. So there goes your one audio playback. And then you can play the audio 2 more times. And that's it. After that, you can't listen to the audio. So try, after listening to the audio 1 time, maybe start writing up half of the sentence so that you can only write the remaining part of the sentence once you play it the 2nd time. And always try to keep one playback for your revision purpose. Okay. So what is being tested in this question is your listening skill, your vocabulary, and your spelling. For listening skill, as I have already mentioned, it might help you to take a deep breath and hold your breath in order to concentrate on the audio. This is quite helpful. Then it's the vocabulary. For this question type, it's highly unlikely that you're going to hear any word which is very difficult. So this will be, the words used in the audio would be fairly simple, like this one. Nobody has ever mentioned it. None of these words are difficult words, so you shouldn't have much worry about that part. But you should make sure that there is no spelling mistake, which is also tested in this question. When you are solving, for instance, if you type this in Microsoft Word, and if you had made a mistake, a typo, for instance, when you're writing ever, you write EVRE mistakenly, Microsoft Word will show you, well, this is a wrong spelling of a word. We don't find it in the dictionary, so please check the spelling. It will show you. But when you're giving this Duolingo exam, since it's an exam, you don't get to see that. So everything that you type in, make sure you check your spelling very carefully, because you will be responsible for it. Okay. More important things to remember. See, when you're typing a sentence, you need to make sure that every letter that you start with, the sentence, the first letter will always be capital letter. Okay, when you're saying a name, it will always be a capital letter, start with I. For instance, if a name starts with I, Imran maybe, then it will have to be a capital letter. You cannot make that mistake. That's known grammatical rule. And also, when you're finishing the sentence, if it's a statement, end it with a full stop. If it's a question, then end it with a question mark. You cannot make mistake there too. And also you need to make sure that there is no punctuation errors. If there is a comma required there, then you have to put in the comma and when you're typing the sentence. If you don't, your marks get deducted. In this statement, there was no punctuation required, which is why it's not there. But when you're giving the exam, make sure you check that whether you have covered all the punctuations required in the question. For your preparation, practice. You can practice typing in various videos that you see in YouTube. Type in whatever they're saying. Try to type it in Microsoft Word to see how well you did with your writing. And you can also refer to TEDx videos, which has typed transcription of the video, which will be helpful. You can find the details in the PDF file that we will share with you. there you can know what to practice in TEDx videos. You can also use any video that you see in YouTube and just type in whatever the speaker is, the videographer is talking about. This is quite helpful. One or two video doing that would be helpful. And that's about it. Make sure that you do some practice on this question type, and you should be good to go. This is a fairly easy type of question which you see on the Duolingo exam.